that you're tuning in, because in this video we are going to... Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in, because in this video we are going to take a close look at something pretty damn exciting, or I think it's exciting. It's a custom-made Sega cabinet, and in my opinion this is just the next generation of arcade cabinets, basically from China. I'm here at Dragonfly Amusement and I just wanted to see this cabinet for myself. Nobody's paying me for doing this, by the way. I just love checking out new stuff. But beside that, this thing also comes with some new features that I wanted to see. Also, it's a completely new redesign of the cabinet itself with some better quality wood, but also the stickers. So we're also going to talk about all of this. So let's go with the show. So the reason I go to places like Dragonfly Amusement, I just love to see what is out there when it comes to arcade stuff. So here in my country we do have like some limitations. There are not a lot of companies who are like selling DIY kits, but it doesn't really matter. I just love to go to places and just see what they're selling. And he invited me to check out to see what this Sega custom-made cabinet is all about, because basically when you're getting these cabinets from China, you can just customize them as you wish. And the quality he is selling is completely different than all the other ones I have checked out in the last couple of years. His setup comes with a trackball and even a light gun option. Then we have the joysticks and the 6-button layout. So one of the very unique things he have is like his cabinet is completely made out of white material. We having like all of my previous reviews, we had like black cabinets. I personally really love it, but it's like a personal taste. And combined with the blue and of course the like cool Sega art that he made for this machine is pretty damn awesome and unique. A lot of familiar characters from the Sonic games, from Panzer Dragoon, Golden Axe, you name it, and also Outrun are basically represented on this cabinet at the side. But even more important, the vinyl stickers he is using on this is a very nice, not like really glossy quality, but a very thick quality, and it makes this thing stand out way better. For powering on, you just plug in your 3-pin connector at the back and turning the system on at the top, because he switched the switch from bottom to the top part. But when turning it on, of course, we'll have a light up marquee. And just to give it a quick look at it very closely, you can see like there is a little bit of shadow due of the wood, but it is very minimal. Something I think it's not really annoying. But the quality in general of the light up marquee is absolutely amazing. I love the design of it. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this design with Sonic at the left and the right, the left one with the car driving on the S letter of Sega, and at the right we have like this Sonic jumping through the ring. I think it's a cool combination. But again, let me know in the comments, what do you think of the design itself. So next up, let's talk about the audio and the quality itself. So what you're going to get at the front is just your typical Chinese amplifier, nothing really fancy. We can adjust the treble, the bass, and even like mess around with the balance, volume control, and turn it on and off. But the general audio quality, these things produce just fine. Of course, depending what kind of speakers are inside the machine. So this machine comes with two like tiny speakers, couldn't really tell how many wattage. But yeah, I know for the fact when listening to it, it wasn't a lot. I was missing out the bass in general, or you should like add a subwoofer to this thing, because the cabinet has more than enough space. But I will give you a quick sample how it sounds. Oh yeah. The art itself on the control panel looks absolutely amazing, or I think it is. But beside that, this thing has like a 6-button layout that is more enough for most old school retro games. Then this thing also comes with light up, let's say RGB trackball, and then we have like the 6 buttons, both have like blue or red color. And the overall quality of the joysticks and the buttons are way better in all the previous models I've reviewed. Simply that's one of those key things he want to change out. But in this cabinet we are going to get ourselves like a standby joystick. Personally really love them, and you're just going to play a game like Dead Alive. You need to do some kind of a movement, it works perfectly, and that is something I sometimes miss with some arcades. Then we have like the long travel buttons. They do have like a very nice tension to them, but again it's more like a personal thing, because when you're looking at them they're quite high. Like if you're like more like a standby player, you will not like them, or maybe you can get used to them, but it's something you need to take consideration when getting a cabinet like this. Then we have like the RGB trackball. I personally really love it, and I just wanted to feel it, like how does it actually play. I'm not a pro, let's say, trackball player but what I do like is that it got like a little bit of a resistance. But the best thing is just to play some games, so that is actually what we did. Let's try some games and let's see how are they actually playing and responding to the trackball. Centipede is absolutely cool to play with a trackball, but of course, a game like Marble Madness is even like the ultimate game to play. I've tried this on, let's say, with a joystick on a Pandora's box or whatsoever, but it's absolutely unplayable. The best way to play is with a trackball, of course, and it works like a charm. And again, it's one of those fun, like challenging games that is just needing a trackball. Without, in my opinion, makes it unplayable. The machine itself runs on a Raspberry Pi number 4, and it also comes including a free SD card. The Raspberry Pi 4 has a lot of emulation power and a lot of, let's say, cool options you don't have on a Pandora's box nowadays. In combination with Emulation Station, we do have so many great systems to play, from old school Amiga to up to the PlayStation 1. Previous cabinets were all provided by Pandora's box, and I must say, like, a Pandora's box is another great easy plug and play solution. But in overall, like when it comes to Raspberry Pi 4, you just have a little bit more power, so we have like better performance and overall. And not to forget, beside having more platforms to play with the software on the Raspberry Pi, you just have more options when it comes like modifying the emulators, upscaling, and all the other things we can tinker with if you want to. But when you're looking at the way you need to search your games, it's quite nicely made, simply because you can just go into the list, scroll through it, you get some ratings and some more information with the RetroPie software, and I think that is pretty damn cool. Another option, of course, is the search option. When you're going to get into the list, you can just jump into a letter and just basically go to the game that you want to. Hasta la vista, baby. That's the feeling I'm getting with this.
Ready, go!
The N64 on the Pi 4 is not like super great, but he did optimize it and most of the games are running pretty good. addition to the arcade cabinet is that we have the option to play with light gun games. I personally really love it. I've played myself so much light gun games, but now we do have like the option in combination with the Raspberry Pi 4 and the Sinden USB computer camera based controller. We can play so many new cool games. So this is a more expensive version, and I mean like we have like all kinds of versions. It comes with an holster, recoil effect with a solenoid inside. It's with the orange chip and quality control is best, with a little Vink on it. But nevertheless, what we're going to get is that we have like a very nice looking, let's say, light gun. I must say I will make a separate review about it, and also will wanted to check it out on the channel, compare it with the Gunfire IR, because which one is just a better option. We have one with a recoil, we also have one without. It will save a little bit of a weight. Personally, I think the recoil will have given a cool extra addition to the gameplay light gun experience. Then we have like so many different ways to play. We have different colors. We have the blue version, the orange and the black version already shown you in this video. A thing that I love, it comes with a very nice long cable. The cable also provides the power for the solenoid, so you don't need to have like extra power cables laying around or plugged into the machine. So I think that is going to be like absolutely interesting. So the cable is made of an very thin USB cable. This is the solenoid edition controller, so it comes with a very nice weight to it. And then we have like a lot of like extra features to the control what I like. For example, we have a D-pad, we have like the trigger button of course, but I think the D-pad is a cool addition if you just want to navigate. And of course we have the reload. That's something I really like about it, because for a game like House of the Dead you can make like the reload with the shotgun. Then we have like the clicking. I must say the micro switch in here feels quite nice. The Sinden technology is completely different when you compare it with different brands. I say it's a Sinden light gun, but actually like a Sinden camera gun, because it just has a kind of a webcam that recognizes basically where to point at and where it's going to be communicating with the display itself. We're going to deep dive into it like later on. We have 3 different colors. Personally, I really love like the blue, red and the black. But let me know in the comments which is your favorite color to pick. But how does it actually work? It's pretty simple. We have this button says ports. So with ports you can go into the play 1, play 2 start. We can mess around with the configuration. We can choose what kind of light gun you're using, with or without recoil. You can basically like change out the crosshair if you want to turn it on and off. But also you can just stop the guns, activate them again, and you can just put the settings to the recoil, like you want to have the recoil arcade or normal, or how is the strength. So when it comes to compatibility, there are a lot of games on it that can be played. Think about the old school games from the PlayStation 1 up to the arcade. And it's absolutely a great addition to have this on an arcade machine at home and just revisit the old school games. So let's do it at first. Let's do some quick gameplays with some MAME games and also PlayStation 1 games. So when you're looking at the inside, there is nothing much to see anymore, because back in the day we had like this gigantic PCBs in the inside, but now we just have like this tiny board. In this case, the Raspberry Pi number 4. It's an absolutely great machine and a basically a great combination. You can just open up the cabinet at the front, which you can see over here if you want to put in a coin for fun. And then we have like, of course, a quick view how many space you still have left. So I would like basically like implement an extra subwoofer or something like that. So when it comes to the power supply, you're just going to get yourself a basic power supply from an arcade machine for 12 and 5 volts. So we have the option for modding if you want to put something in the 12 volt related. Nevertheless, like the way how everything is constructed is very nicely done. That brings us to the back of the cabinet. Over here we do have only one door that we can open up, and that is for the monitor. So if you want to do basically like some reconnecting, or you want to implement something extra, you can just open it up with the key. Just put it in, open it up, and you can reach the monitor fairly easy. What I think is pretty damn cool, we have like this gigantic 32-inch monitor in the inside, a beautiful 1080p monitor. We can even like implement HDMI because the Pi has been connected with DVI, so we can even like add another system if you want to. So that's basically how it looks in the inside, and if you want to do some autofocus, you need to do something tinkering with the monitor, you can just do it from here. But thank you all for watching, consider subscribing, hit that little bell, let me know in the comments what do you think of this arcade cabinet, and it would be great to see you in the next video.